And we're back on Central Valley Talk. Thank you so much for tuning in today. I really do appreciate it. I'm Mike Scott. My next guest is Sean Stecker from Digital World Pay Solutions. Sean, Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
All right, tell me about your company.
Well, we do a number of things, and we do it better than most of the merchants that get hit up for this kind of business. But primarily what we're doing is not only the merchant services of credit card processing, but we offer free equipment. We do so with a tremendous amount of customer service, award-winning customer service, and we're able to negotiate with some of the newest technology. So we use the Apple Pay, the Google Wallet, the PayPal.
Where you can pay with your phone.
Where you can pay with your phone. And a lot of that equipment is free. We also have the ability to use like a pay anywhere system. We have tablet systems that can be real fancy that don't cost anything, or we can charge a small fee if they want a cloud-based system. A lot of merchants aren't real familiar with what that is yet, but a lot of technology is transferring over to the ability to use that. So a merchant might be asking, well, I need to be in 2 places at one time, or I've got multiple businesses, or however they need to be able to take a credit card. They can be in multiple locations with multiple mobile devices or whatever, and each one of these different pieces of technology all come into the same system and the same account. And on the back end, we have a $500 guarantee that will beat anybody else's rate, and we have better customer service. So a lot of vendors and a lot of merchants really get hit up a lot by individuals in a position like mine saying, hey, well, everybody offers better rates. Well, we have a $500 guarantee, which we've never paid because we've always been able to beat another rate. But most merchants might have to purchase their equipment, or they end up with a contract for years to come where they have to rent that piece of equipment. We're up front with that, and we're not going to say, hey, there's no contracts involved. There are contracts involved such as, we might ask for you to be a customer with us for 3 years. And if someone else approaches you with a better deal, just let us know, and we'd like the opportunity to give you a better rate, or than someone else who's walked in the door. But our customer service is award-winning, and we have the ability. A lot of merchants right now, the new EMV chip that's in the credit card, which a lot of banks have issued. Not every merchant has the ability to take those yet. And as of this last October 2015, anyone who takes a credit card is required to do that. Otherwise, the insurance companies won't cover a fraudulent charge.
The store becomes responsible for that charge if they don't have the new updated equipment.
Right.
Yeah. So I'm a business owner. Say I'm a business owner, and I already have all this equipment in place, and you come in. How do you convince me to throw all that stuff out and go with you?
Well, we constantly update our equipment. So if you need a new piece of equipment, we can negotiate with you to see if we can get you something new. If you've got equipment already that's up to date, we don't necessarily need to replace it. It's as simple as reprogramming it. So it might even be easier than us giving you a piece of free equipment if you already own your own. A lot of businesses have already purchased it, and there's a $300 to $500 purchase in there that an owner doesn't necessarily want to get rid of what they already have, and that's a very valid question. So we simply walk in and say, all right, well, does it have the technology that we need to be able to continue doing what you're already doing? And we just simply do a quick reprogram and offer you a better rate to save you time and money.
When you say a better rate, every time somebody comes in and swipes their credit card at a business, a tiny percentage of that, or not so tiny sometimes, goes to the credit card company.
Correct.
And the merchant, that's why gas costs more if you use a credit card, right?
Right.
So you saying you can offer a lower rate than probably what the company is paying now.
Correct. And what on the back end, what a lot of merchants may or may not know is that like a debit card, well, you need a PIN pad for that, but a debit is a different system, which is why it's always so much cheaper because the money's going directly from one account to the other.
Right.
Whereas on a credit card, there's 3 different levels of credit cards. So if I use a personal credit card and I'm standing with the merchant and I use my card and I insert it with the chip, the bank and the credit card company, Visa, MasterCard, Discover, American Express, they know that I'm standing there because the chip is inserted. But if I just swipe it, they don't know or they can't verify as well. So it's less secure. So they charge a higher rate for that because it's less secure for the bank on the back end. Now, if you're using, say, a corporate card or a business card that's got several people that have a card for that account, that's an even higher risk because the ability for fraud or identity theft for any one of those individuals becomes that much greater. So then the merchant then pays a higher price because of the type of card the person that's using it decided to use.
Wow, so every customer that comes in, the merchant could be paying a different rate depending on what kind of card they have?
Well, there's bundle rates and then there's cost plus rates. So if you want to do a bundle, depends on how much business you do a month. If you're doing somewhere between $3,000 and $10,000 a month, we probably wouldn't set you up with anything less than like a consistent across the board rate, which might be 2.69 or a 2.25. We negotiate and figure out what it is that you're currently, and then we beat that rate. But if you do a cost plus, what that is a rate that's preset, and then we usually throw on a dime or a nickel on the end for a processing fee. And then we just figure out, for a qualified card, which would be like your personal credit card when you go in to use that, that card is like a 1.19 plus 5 cents. And then we tack on. It grows, so then it goes like a 2% and then maybe a 3% depending on, like, if you use a business corporate card, that might be a 3% swipe. But that's on a cost plus system, not on a bundle package. A bundle, you're just going to pay the same rate for everything. But there are other companies out there that have become popular recently, but that use much higher rates. So we can reduce that rate significantly.
How are you able to charge less than all the other companies?
There's two gentlemen that started the company that I'm with, and they have about 30 years of experience between the two of them. They started this company, it's called Digital World, about 2 years ago, and they wanted to be able to offer a better service, better product to people, and than what's currently on the market. And merchants, unfortunately, get beat up by this stuff all the time. People constantly walking in saying, hey, I can give you a better rate, but I'm going to charge you an arm and a leg for the equipment. Or I want a 10-year contract. Or, and there's horror stories across the board. And I understand most merchants don't want to fiddle with it. They
Right.
want to spend time on their business.
They just want it to work.
They just want it to work. I talked to a gentleman who owns a pizza company this week, and he says, look, I'm a blue-collar guy. I have blue-collar customers. I don't want to spend time figuring out the receipt, collecting it all at the end of the day. We got tips and everything else, and then he's got to put all that in the system. He said, well, we have a free tablet system. It'll figure all that out for you. And you can real-time look at it right now and see exactly what your numbers are, how things are going, whether your employees checked in or not, because they can use that system. They download apps to the tablet, and then they just input whatever their inventory is, all of their employee information, all that, so they can check in, check out. Hey, we're low on pizza sauce, or whatever it is. You have the ability to manage all of that from one simple system.
Interesting.
And that's part of the cloud.
All right. Sean Stecker from Digital World Pay Solutions. How can folks reach you? How can they find out more?
Well, there's two things. One, you can email me, Sean at dwprocessors.com. My phone number, it's probably listed on there. It's 559-715-4689. And I'm also looking for sales guys. There's a lot of business out there. We're trying to reach the entire country. We're starting here in Fresno. It's not a new company, but I'm here, and I need guys to help me get this out to the merchants that are in the area, because I want to be able to help the businesses locally here just as much as everywhere else.
Right. All right. Sean, thank you.
Absolutely.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Sean Stecker from Digital World Pay Solutions right here on Central Valley Talk.